Yeah.
Good afternoon and welcome back to today's coverage of the Pitching In Northern Premier League, live from the Schooner Stadium. Currently Atherton Collieries 0, Marine 1, a goal from Louis Britton. Just before half time, the difference between the two sides. The commentary team today, myself, Luke Feather, and I'm joined by Tom Wardle. So Tom, what did you make of that first half?
I think it's a big improvement from what we saw last Saturday. I didn't think it'd take too much to see that, but I think there's some standouts. A new lad, Johnson, who's come in, I think he's been excellent. Obviously, Louis Britton has got the goal that he deserved. Some great hold-up play before that, and I think Marine have done really well in that first half. They've just got to make sure that they keep that performance level up going into the second 45.
Marine get us back underway for this second half, shooting from left to right. It is also worth noting that there is a bit of a slope on the pitch, so Marine will be attacking downhill as it is. Will Johnson on his debut for Marine heads away. Here's Charlie Doyle. Nicked off him is Fitzmartin, Lenihan. Adam Hoare unable to play it forward. Louis Britton had made a run but unable to be found by Lucy in the centre of the pitch. Cleared away from a Atherton standpoint. DeFreitas Hansen, the latest head clear. Joel Amado at left back, clearance up to Thompson. The ball runs through to Bailey Passant, who gets his first touch on the ball of the second half. So a reminder of the Marine team in the second half. No changes at the break. It's in goal number 1, Bailey Passant. Number 2, Josh Solomon Davis. Number 3, Joe Bunny. 4, Mark Howarth. 5, Will Johnson. 6, Johnny Spittle. 7, Ben Hodkinson. 8, the captain, Charlie Doyle. 9, Louis Britton, the goal scorer. Number 10, Sol Solomon. And number 11, Jordan Lucy. The ball in the centre of Adam Hoare, but it's nicked off him by Lucy. Doyle able to take it down. Can't quite slide in Britton. Long ball forward from Pettifer up towards Kasani. Out of play from Bunny, and it will be a throw-in for Collieries. It was a competitive first half, wasn't it, Tom? Both sides had spells of possession.
Yeah, I think towards the end of the half it did look like Coles were starting to grow into the game, but Marine defences looked solid. I think Johnson slotted into that back four, has rectified that.
We'll get another chance from this throw-in down the right-hand side to be taken by Adam Rooney. Big men up from the back once again. Lafferty and DeFreitas Hansen. It's headed away by Spittle. Solomon helps it on its way. Britton in the centre circle, nicked off his toe by Amado. Good defending there from the left back.
Yeah, there's a vital tackle in there. Hodkinson and Solomon were both busting a gut forward if Britton could only see him behind him.
Clearance by Amado. Out of play for a Marine throw-in to be taken by Josh Solomon Davis. Launched down the line where Britton's waiting for it, but it's headed away from him. Doyle looks to keep it alive before Amado clears. Johnson and Spittle deal with it between them, with the former clearing the ball out for a throw-in.
Yeah, you can tell he's getting frustrated. Bailey Thompson, the number 9, he's had very little service or anything going his way in this game.
Amado with the throw-in down the line. Looking for Thompson, shows a little bit of frustration. Doyle gets a shove in the back and wins a free kick. Jack Lenihan looks bemused at the referee. So free kick in a right back position inside the Marine half for Bailey Passant. Long ball down the line. Solomon Davis had made the run. Might just bounce through for Hodkinson on his right foot. Looking to get the ball in the box. Instead, lets it run out for a corner. First one of the half.
Yeah, much more positive. Josh Solomon Davis making that darting run on the free kick. It's challenging there, as you say. On Marina corner here.
Good vision from the goalkeeper, Bailey Passant, as well, to find Solomon Davis. It gives Sol Solomon a chance to outswing a corner. Just for one from memory in the first half. Wasn't the best. Better this time. Charlie Doyle meets it. Runs out of play for a goal kick.
He gets his head on the ball whatever way is possible. Charlie Doyle just didn't have the pace on it that time.
Long ball forward from the goalkeeper. Doyle goes down once again with a little arm in his back as he went up for the header. Looks like we are going to have our first change of the afternoon. It's gone the way of Atherton Collieries. Confirmation of those two changes from a stadium announcer. It's going to be number 8 Jack Lenehan and the number 11 Marcus Cassani coming off for Ben Hardcastle and Ollie Brown. So the Atherton Collieries manager Brad Cook is seen enough. 51 minutes into the match, he's made 2 changes. Not happy with what he's seen from his side. Long ball forward from the Coles goalkeeper, Chapman. Solomon Davis picks up a loose ball off the toe of Fitzmartin. Fitzmartin tracking back, and Solomon Davis keeps going. Good challenge eventually in there from Ollie Brown, his first involvement of the game. Goes down under the challenge of Charlie Doyle.
A surprising one. Coles have gone for a double change 5 minutes after. Plays it quite for the second half. And thought Marcus Cassani was one of those players looked like most threatening going forward in the first 45.
Here is Mark Howarth. Looks to loft the ball forward up towards Britton, who will give chase, as we've seen throughout the afternoon. Clearance from Coles up towards Adam Hoare, off his toe from Bunny. Down the line for Solomon, just runs out of play for a throw-in over on the far side. Joe Bunny today, as he did on Tuesday night, filling in at left back. Slightly surprising when you see Sean Smith on the bench, who has been one of Marine's consistent performers this season, but was potentially at fault for the goal last week at Liversedge, and is paying the price with the time on the bench. Amado heads away for Collieries. Here's Charlie Doyle. Lussey with the first time ball forward with his left foot. Britton will give chase. Lafferty clears away. Solomon can pick up the loose ball. Nicked off him. Good challenge. Cleared away from Lafferty. Up towards Thompson, but Johnson will pick it up for Marine before playing a long ball forward of his own. Amado meets it, and here's Hardcastle. Back to DeFreitas Hansen. Tries for a long diagonal over towards Pettifit, who made a run down the right wing. Keeps it in play over on the far side. Joe Bunny standing him up. Gets a good challenge in there, and Mark Half can come away with the ball down the left wing. Evades a couple of challenges. Square ball to Charlie Doyle. Howarth goes down. Referee waves play on. Ball over the top for Sol Solomon into the penalty area now. Onto his right foot. Good challenge in there from DeFreitas Hansen. Vital challenge from the centre-back before Rooney produces a clearance. Solomon Davis able to just nod it back to the goalkeeper. Big chance there for Sol Solomon.
Yeah, when you see Solomon bearing down the edge of the box, looking to pull the trigger, you think it's only going to be one outcome, but as I say, a great challenge, a vital challenge by Luca DeFreitas Hansen.
As Marine supporters over on the far side of the ground, vocal as always, and they have travelled in numbers as we do for every away match. Fantastic support from those Mariners. Ball forward from Jordan Lussey, runs out for a Collieries goal kick. Reminder of Marines' substitute options today. It is a very defensive looking bench, with Sean Smith being joined by James Barragan, Lucas Weir, Anthony Miley, Germano Mendes. Good to see Anthony Miley back in the matchday squad. It's been a long time since he's stepped foot on the pitch after that horrific leg break in August 2021 up at Workington. Good, perfectly timed challenge from Spittle, but the Atherton might just get in up the other side here. Fitzmartin strikes on goal after nicking it off of Will Johnson, but the linesman's flag over on the far side is up to deny Collieries a chance.
Yeah, I thought he's been excellent in this game, Will Johnson, but he got away with one there, just miscued the bounce of the ball, and offside flag there to save him.
Will Johnson in that back line today. Mark Howarth not been dropped from the team completely, was pushed forward into a more comfortable position for him. Didn't have the best of games against Liversedge last week, but to be fair, he's not a centre-back by trade. He's had to do a lot of work there in the last year or so. Charlie Doyle looks to head it up towards Britain. It might fall for Solomon, 25 yards from goal. Wide again to Doyle. Square ball to Lussey. Lussey spreads it wide, looking for Solomon Davis. Charlie Doyle now into the box, not the best cross. The clearance is picked up by Lussey. Tries to swing one over towards the back post where Britain was waiting. It was cleared away. Pettifer. Brown. Back to Pettifer. Hardcastle tries for challenge, but Doyle nicks in there. Charlie Doyle, 25 yards from goal. Good challenge in there. Might fall for Doyle again. The edge of the box, scoops it into the box. Chapman off his line quickly to nick it off of Louis Britton. Makes a bit of a mess of the clearance initially before getting it away. Try the ball over the top to Collieries. Not the best defending from Solomon Davis, and here's Fitzmartin onto his right foot, wide now for Adam Hoare. Final touch came off Spittle, and it's out for a throw-in.
I mentioned at half time to Luke, I think Charlie Doyle sort of back to his best in this game there again, winning the ball back out the pitch and driving forward. I think the ball just ran away from his grasp, but positive again.
Another chance to get a long throw in the box for Adam Rooney over on that far side. It's a weapon that they've used many times in this match on both sides. Nothing comes of it. Bailey Passant claims the ball after a second cross and coming to the box. Marine assistant manager Alan Morgan on the touchline, barking orders as he does so often. Bailey Passant takes his time and then rolls the ball out before playing it long off the ground over towards Britton, who initially got a touch on the ball, but the last came off of a Collieries man. It will be a Marine throw over on the left-hand side. It's Joe Bunny just being told to get a move on by the referee, Chris Porter. Down the line from Bunny, here's Solomon. Turns it to the makeshift left-back, tries the ball into Britton. Slightly inaccurate with that one, runs through to the goalkeeper, Mackenzie Chapman.
He struggled to get up the pitch in this game, Joe Bunny, but I have to say it's been a very professional performance. Filled in at left back, this looks solid.
That's one thing that Marine have sacrificed with dropping Sean Smith, that energy, getting up and down the touchline and getting crosses into the box. Joe Bunny, not the sort of player to do that. Long ball over the top, might fall through for Bailey Thompson, but it's Bailey Passant who comes off of his line. Does well in the end to clear with his left foot. For a moment you just thought that that was going to be one of those horror shows, but you do see quite often keeper rushing out of his penalty area. Ball out for a throw. Rooney launches it down the line. Away from Johnson once again. Out for another throw in. They've gained about 10 or 15 yards with this one. Adam Rooney, the taker once more. Just holds fire while Luca De Freitas Hansen and Danny Lafferty make their way forward. The throw in is headed up, but not quite away from Howarth. It's headed towards the danger area again by Adam Hoare, but Bailey Thompson unable to connect. Runs through to Bailey Passant. Just under an hour played now at Schooner Stadium. Still just for 1 goal in it. That first half strike from Louis Britton. The difference as things stand. Long ball up from Passant, looking for Britton once again, but it's nicked off his toe and played long up the pitch from Atherton, away from Johnson. And then Doyle. Howarth with a fantastic touch on the turn as it plucked out of the sky, looking for Hodkinson down the line. Will give chase. Lafferty forced into an error by Hodkinson. Good pressing there from the forward. Throw in deep in the Collieries half to be taken by Marine's own long throw weapon, Jordan Lussey.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too much of a rush. Lussey and any other player in blue, and the ball does go out of play.
Headed on by Spittle, but Lafferty able to pick it up and then clear. Adam Hoare looks to take it down. Good defending in there from Will Johnson, and he even gets the throw in. It's been brilliant today, hasn't he, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, he's been brilliant. 18-year-old straight into the team. He's looked like he's played there all season.
Very sure performance from the centre-back. A couple of Marine subs have been sent off to warm up. James Barrigan, Lucas Weir and Sean Smith goes to join them. Long ball from Atherton is headed away by Solomon Davis, but here comes Amado. Down the line is Fitzmartin, being stood up by the Marine right back. Fitzmartin cuts onto his right foot. It took a horrible bobble before he tried to cross and just run out for a throw in over on the far side. He won't want to see a replay of that one, will he, Tom?
No, I don't think you can class that one as a shot on goal, but I said the ball did just fall nicely for him.
A little bit unlucky there because he did take a bit of a bobble before he struck the ball. Always makes it look 10 times worse. Jordan Lussey puts the ball out of play. And it will be a Collieries throw-in. Adam Rooney, once again, the man with the ball in hand. Up towards Thompson. Headed on, but away from Doyle, and then Lussey. Pettiford out to Fitzmartin. What can he do with it this time? He wants to cut back onto his right foot. Gets a bit of space to cross, but still in the penalty area. Ollie Brown unable to work his magic. Cleared away by Solomon Davis. Up towards Britton, who'd made a nuisance of himself, but Collieries come away with it. Here's Amado. Doyle with a strong challenge in there. Might be able to come away with it too. No, it's falls for Brown. Wide now to Rooney. Looks to charge forward. Good tracking back from Solomon. Forces Rooney back. A long ball into the box, cut out by Jordan Lussey. Looks to send Britton on his way. Can he keep it in? He can. He's just looking for options now. He's all on his own, really. Britton, good footwork. Cuts it back. Looking for Solomon. And he won't pick it up. There's a challenge in there from Brown, who has stayed down. Solomon, in attendance, looked fairly frustrated with the challenge from Ollie Brown, but nothing in it.
As you mentioned again, a good footwork by Britton. He weaved his way into the box. Just unfortunate with the pass, didn't quite fall for us.
A few scores, a few goals in the Northern Premier League. FC United of Manchester have almost completed a comeback. 3-2. They now trail at home to Liversedge, but we're 3-0 down at one stage. Gainsborough Trinity are a goal up at Guiseley. Lancaster City 2-1 up at home to Morpeth Town. South Shields 3-0 up away at Marsk. Matlock Town conceded at home to Ashton United, so it's 1-1 there. Goalless between Nantwich Town and Hyde United. Stafford Rangers 2, Warrington Rylands 0, and goalless between Stalybridge Celtic and Belper Town, Warrington Town and Bamber Bridge, and Whitby Town and Radcliffe. Those results, as it stands, would see Marine climb up to 7th, leapfrogging Matlock by a point. Ball down the line from Atherton Collieries is once again cleared away by Johnson, adding to his stellar performance this afternoon. Hardcastle helps it on up towards Hoare, but it's taken down by Bunny. Good pressing from Hoare, and Marine win a throw-in deep inside their own half. About 3/4 of the way through the match now. Still Marine lead through that goal in the first half from Louis Britton. Well taken goal as well on his left foot inside the penalty area. Fitzmartin looks to help it on towards Thompson. Cleared away from Spittle. Forward again from Rooney. Cleared away by Bunny this time. Rooney catches the ball and in preparation for his next throw forward. Launched down the line up towards Thompson, but away from Howarth. Hodkinson can pick it up for Marine. Looks to use his pace to get past Amado. He's got a big task ahead to beat the 3-man pressure. In the end, I think there was a bit of a shove there and gives away a free kick.
Yeah, he just didn't have much in front of him, did he? Hodkinson, he got the ball down and he drove forward, not too much ahead of him. As Marine are just starting to fall back a bit deeper as the second half's going on.
Long ball forward from Coles is cleared away by Spittle. Hodkinson gives challenge, but it's always Amado's to win. But Lucy comes across well to clear. As you say, Tom, they are a bit slow to get out once they have cleared the ball up. Starting to fall into that trap that so many teams do when they are a goal up and come under a little bit of pressure, just dropping deep. The chances now for Marine will come as they look to exploit the counter-attack through Solomon and Hodkinson. Long ball forward now from Rooney. Spittle across over on that left-hand side of the Marine defence to cover and put the ball out of play. Actually lose the ball in a tree just behind the clubhouse. Rooney launches the latest throw in into the box, headed away once again by Howarth. Solomon hoofs it clear up towards Britton, headed away, but now Charlie Doyle picks it up. He's got Hodkinson ahead of him. Hodkinson goes sliding in. Did the final touch come off of Lafferty? That's what the Marine players and coaches are appealing for, but it will be a Atherton throw-in. Did look to me like the final touch came for Danny Lafferty there, Tom.
Yeah, it was a tough one to call, but you always think you go in the favour of man coming in on the challenge. That's gone Cole's way though, to the frustration of Alan Morgan below us.
Throw is headed away by Solomon Davis before Hodkinson steps in to clear a few more yards up the pitch. Out for another throw in for Collieries. Amado launches down the line away from Spittle. Charlie Doyle now in the centre of the pitch. Good challenge in there from Lenihan. Tried to play Hoare in once again. Lucy clears. Lafferty, good head forward. Picks it up again, but Howarth able to pick it off him, and now this is a chance for Marine. Hodkinson wide right. He's got Amado for company. Good challenge from the left back. Dispossesses Hodkinson and can come away with the ball too. Two men challenge for the long ball forward. Spittle and Solomon Davis need a bit of communication there. Amado gets us going again quickly. It's a good switch of play over towards Ollie Brown over on that far side. Tries his luck, but it's cleared away. They're just really starting to apply a bit of pressure now. Atherton Collieries. Seems to be an added spring in their step. About 70 minutes played now. Headed into the box from Fritas Hansen. There's a little bit of a scramble in the 6-yard box, but it's behind for a corner. Fritas Hansen did well to flick on that throw in from Rooney. Now another big chance for the home side to snatch an equaliser. Looks like Marine are ready in a substitution. Just wait to see who that will be. Can't quite see the subs board from here. This position where we're sat. Ball. Another poor corner. Second of the match, goes straight out of play for a goal kick. But unlike the first, this one didn't even come back on. It just went straight behind.
Yeah, I think there's a good opportunity to put some pressure on Bailey Passon, who's not had many of those balls to deal with in this game, but as you say, poor delivery.
Looks like James Barrigan will be coming on for Marine. There will be a sub for. Will be a substitution for Collieries as well. Gaz Pete comes on in place of Aaron Pettifer. I'd say when I saw the team sheet before today, before the match today, I was surprised that Pete wasn't in the team. But he will play for the final 20 minutes as they go in search of an equaliser. Still wait for Barrigan to come on. He is readied on the side of the pitch. I'm not sure who that will be for as of yet. I think they are just going to hang fire with that one. Passing gets us back underway with this goal kick. Headed out by Lafferty up towards Thompson, but good challenge in there from Wilson. Johnson, sorry. And now that change will come for Marine. First change of the afternoon for Marine. Ben Hodkinson making way for James Barrigan, showing things up in that midfield, taking off an attacking player for central midfielder. What do you make of Ben Hodkinson's performance this afternoon, Tom?
Yeah, I think he's worked really hard. I think it's just come to a time in the game where he's just starting to, game's just going past him a little bit. I think there's a good change, getting some legs in there with James Barrigan, and we know what he'll provide going into the last stages of the game.
I suggest a slight change of shape for Marine, maybe a 4-4-2. Barrigan going into the midfield. It looks like he's taken up a similar but slightly deeper position than Ben Hodkinson was. More of a right midfield role rather than a right forward. Clearance from Joe Bunny is up towards Britton. It comes again at the Marine defence, but it's away from Johnson this time. Britton will battle up there as he has done all afternoon, but De Freitas Hansen comes away with it and spreads the ball over to the far side where Hoare is waiting. A challenge in there from Lucy, and here's Solomon. Back to Bunny. His clearance is high and out of play for a throw-in.
As you can see, as you said about Gareth Pete's come on, he's right on this left touch line, look to come in on the back stick. Solomon Davies just got to keep an eye out for that.
Long throw into the box is headed away by a Marine man. Solomon takes a tumble. I think he had a bit of a challenge in his back. Wins the free kick for his side. Referee just checking on the well-being of Solomon, but he is back to his feet slowly. I think we're just going to have a change of ball here, something that you don't see too often. Referee not happy with the conditions of that one.
I think the sting's just been taken out of the game in the last few minutes. I don't think that'll be too bad of a thing for Marine. Is it just game plan does seem to be to hold on to this single goal.
Just trying to work out a few of the orders from Alan Morgan. Looks like Marine will switch to a 3 at the back. Will Johnson looks to be in the middle of that 3. Spittle to his right, Bunny to his left. Barragan and Solomon Davis look to be the 2 providing the width. Looking to just shore things up at the back there by bringing on an extra man. What do you make of that change of shape there, Tom?
I think that might also be a reaction to the change that Cole's made, as I mentioned, with Pete coming onto this left-hand side. Cole's be putting more bodies into the box as the game goes on. I think just having Bunny back there in a free will just, as you say, stitch things up if it does get to those kind of stages at the end.
Howarth punts forward for Marine, cleared, but here's Doyle, just nicked off him in that midfield area. And here's Amado, looking to slide it through for Hoare, cleared away by Spittle. And we have our second ball casualty in a matter of moments for Johnny Spittle. Throw in a left back position for Gareth Pete, freshly on the pitch. So he will assume throw-in responsibilities. Long one in towards the Fritz Hansen, but it's cleared away in the end by Mark Howarth. Amado looks to head it wide again for Pete. Got a couple of men surrounding him. Charlie Doyle looks to control his ball forward. Hardcastle nicks it off his toe, dinks the ball into the box. Oliver Sting was taking out the ball in the bounce and Passon able to gather.
Yeah, assertive goalkeeping by Passon, made sure that put his name on that coming out of his goal, dealt with the danger.
Long ball forward from the back, and it will come again at the Marine defence. Gaspete nicks it off the toe of Fitzmartin. He's unable to make it past Solomon Davis. Out for the Coles throw-in.
Yeah, he's just taking a knock. Solomon Davis is getting back to his feet.
It will be Pete to take the throw-in. Big man up from the back, and now Amado, of course, can join them in the penalty area as he's not on throwing duties. In from Pete. It's not quite dealt with yet. There's a swing at it from a Collieries leg. It's cleared away. Britton. And a challenge from Lenihan. Good, strong challenge in there from a number 8. Britton will give chase, though. Ollie Brown looks to smash the ball up. Big switch of play from Ollie Brown. There's a shove in the back of Solomon Davis. Frustration grows amongst the home support. Free kick given.
He didn't need to put his body in there. Fitzmartin, the ball was travelling way over Solomon Davis's head, but fullback did well just to get his body in between ball and the player and bought the free kick. Much needed one.
"12 minutes plus added time to go. Still just the 1 goal in it. As it stands, Louis Britton's goal just before half-time is the match winner. Still a long way to go. Long ball forward from Passon, away from Amado, and further away by Hardcastle. Spittle can clear at the other end. Charlie Doyle flicks it on towards Solomon. Looks to attack down the right-hand side. Cuts back. Has it nicked off him. Good defended in there from Freitas Hansen. But Marine come again. Before Collieries do win the ball back and manage to smash it forward. Got an inception once again from Spittle to clear. Or has it nicked off him, but Ollie Brown now to charge forward from midfield.
No.
Wins a free kick. It looked like he was looking for that really. He smashed it forward and then wasn't going to chase his forward knock, but
not surprised
free
that
kick.
Charlie Doyle's hit the deck there. I mean, the amount of running he's done this afternoon has been fantastic. He was there tracking his man all the way once more. I'm just thinking the referee might have issued James Barrigan a card there. Was it just going to be a warning? It certainly didn't look like a yellow card sort of challenge.
You just wonder if he's just talked his way into a yellow card.
Won't be the first time.
Not one to mince his words is James Barrigan. Player that plays with so much passion and pride. Sometimes oversteps the mark in the eyes of the referee. And it looks like Marine are going to be forced into a second change. Charlie Doyle had gone down with a bit of a knock. He was a doubt pre-match. He was deemed fit enough to start the game, but with about 10 minutes to go, his afternoon is over, and I think Lucas Weir is going to be the man to replace him. So slightly different profile in midfield, but he's got a bit of early defending to do from his free kick. The ball is delivered into the box, away from Johnson, but might fall for Pete here on the left-hand side of the box. Solomon Davis looks to hold him back. DeFreitas Hansen tries to let off the hook. Good challenge in there from Bunny. They will come again though, Coles. Looking dangerous. Here's Amado on the halfway line. A big diagonal into the box away from Bunny. Hall looks to slide in there. Will come again through Lenihan this time. Tries to slide it through. Mark Halloff can intercept. Can't quite turn away from Lenihan. Risky ball to try and play. Gets away with it. It's cleared away. But Amado will hoof it forward this time. Spittle. Wait, just keeps coming for Atherton Collieries. Ball into the penalty area. This time runs through to the goalkeeper, Bailey Passant. And that's the end of that little flurry of balls into the box.
Yeah, just defended so well in this game, Marine. It's a completely different performance. What we saw at Liversedge last Saturday. He said Spittle and Johnson in particular, some great defensive headers.
Lucy, who has taken the armband off the injured Charlie Doyle, looks to slide it forward for Britain. Some confident defending in there from Lafferty. Took a big risk inside his own penalty area, and Solomon wins it back. Can he play it back across goal? It's cleared away. Hall taps it on for Hardcastle. Looks to attack down the left now. Pete had made the run but couldn't find it. Slides through to Passant.
Yeah, it's wrong decision there of the pass, and that's just been a summary of Cole's afternoon. Sometimes playing the ball in the wrong areas and not creating that golden opportunity, and that's why they found themselves 1-0 down.
Charlie Doyle cuts the frustrated figure. He's just made his way back to the Marine bench after going the long way around, going off at the other side of the pitch. Johnny Spittle does well to take down the long ball forward, but his diagonal is cut out. Solomon Davis with a defensive header this time, out wide with Pete. Solomon Davis looking to hold him up. He goes down very easily, Pete, under the challenge from Solomon Davis, and does manage to win the free kick.
Yeah, didn't seem too much in that one, did it? Solomon Davis behind him and didn't make a contact with the foul, but good area with ball in here for Fitzmartin.
Seemed to be going down before the challenge had even been made from Marine's right back. Here's Fitzmartin with his latest free kick. It's a good one into the back post, but it's gathered easily enough by Bailey Passant. Goes down, takes his time. Mark Howarth and Solomon.
Yeah, there's 3v1 at the back there. If Passant got his head up, it's a situation you do. Do you want to hold on to that one, or do you want to make it a bit more comfortable last few minutes of the game by doubling the lead.
Slightly uncharacteristic there from from Bailey Passant as well. He's usually wants to try and get the ball rolling again quickly, and if a counter-attack is on. Solomon Davis into Lucas Weir. Long clearance, which should be dealt with easily enough by Danny Lafferty. At the back for Collieries. Plays it back to his goalkeeper, Mackenzie Chapman. And his clearance is cut out by Howarth. And here is Solomon. Oh, just nicked off him, but he will win it back. Plays it back to Barragan at left wing back. It's Mark Howarth. First time ball into the box is headed away. And Weir spreads it wide now to Barragan. Barragan's got Solomon down the line. Here is Solomon. Back to Barragan. Man coming, so he just plays it forward quickly. Lucy looks to keep it alive for Marine. Can Solomon keep it in? Not quite. It just runs away from him. Running downhill there. Four and a half minutes to go until the 90-minute mark here at the Schooner Stadium. Still just the one goal in it as this long goal kick is headed away once again by Johnny Spittle. I'll ask you in 5 minutes or so, Tom, but if I had to guess, I'd say that one of your man of the match will be one of the two centre-backs for Marine.
Absolutely, yeah. Keep mentioning both the names. Spittle is here again.
Yeah, good challenge in there from Spittle as Amado played the ball down the line. Just took it off the toe of Pete, who would have been able to get a ball into the box there, but instead, out for a corner. There is a short option on, but Barragan comes across the cover, and it is in there into Pete. Low ball into the box, and away from Lucy. Just need to switch on Marine. Not many of them were alive to that short corner there. There's Pete. Once again with a long throw in this time. Oh, back to Brown. Returns it to Pete. He's got a chance to run at Lucy. Skips past the Marine captain. Into the box. Cleared away by Howarth. Last ditch defended in there.
It's going to be backs against the wall. Last 3 minutes left. We've added time. But brilliant challenge there by Howarth to clear the ball.
Pete into the box. Headed away by Spittle. Solomon helps it on its way. Louis Britton will give chase. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's got a couple of men for company. Tries his luck. And I think Ollie Brown just did enough to put him off. There's a big chance for Marine there.
Yeah, it just didn't sit well for him, did it, Britton? He did everything right. I think, as you say, the ball might have just taken a wrong turn and didn't connect with it.
The Atherton goalkeeper, Mackenzie Chapman, tried to get the ball moving again quickly, but smashed his clearance out for a Marine throw-in in a right-back position. Josh Solomon Davis to get us back underway. Launches down the line, where Britton once again will look to challenge. Lucy comes in to clear the danger as Atherton threatened to spark a counter-attack. Amado launches down the line for Thompson to head on, cleared away at the back there from Joe Bunny. Weir can't quite pick it up in the midfield area, gives away a free kick.
It's not a bad foul to give away though. We've got two men running in behind him, and I think a few more of them between now and the final whistle may be needed.
Chapman with the latest ball forward for Atherton Collieries. Johnson goes up, doesn't win it though. DeFreitas Hansen looks to slide it through for Pete. Solomon Davis with the clearance. Solomon has got a bit of space to run into. He's got Britton to his left. He might just keep going here, Solomon. Tries the ball across to Britton. It might just fall for him. And it does inside the penalty area. Just gets too much on it and over the bar. Big chance to kill the game off there, Tom.
Yeah, I let him off for that one-on-one earlier, but that time he had to hit the target, didn't he? It fell a bit more nasty to him. It's poor effort in the end.
Amado with a slightly heavy touch. Lucy gets a challenge in and wins the throw-in. With about a minute to go, Tom, I'll just ask you to start thinking about who your man of the match is for this afternoon. Bit of confusion over this throw-in, but it will be a Marine ball for Solomon Davis to take. A few options gathering for him down the line, including Louis Britton and Sol Solomon. Headed away by Mardo. Can Lucy pick it up? No, he can't. It's Adam Hoare now. Back to Danny Rafferty. They'll look to come again. Long diagonal from the Atherton captain up towards Thompson. Spittle gets a touch on it, but into Fitzmartin. It's wide of the goal. Another half chance there for Atherton Collieries as we enter injury time. Tom, who's your Marine man of the match?
Yeah, I'm going to steer it in the way of Will Johnson. I think he's coming to the side and he's shown everything that what Marine is about. Brilliant leadership from such a young age, and I think obviously next to Johnny Spittle it's going to be a lot easier for him. He's also been outstanding this afternoon, but yeah, I think Johnson's been brilliant.
Yeah, I second that, Tom. Will Johnson, commentary man of the match for this afternoon. Can he pick up a clean sheet on his debut? Solomon Davis with a long ball looking up towards Britton. Howarth wins the second header, and here is Britton now. Plays it back off for Barragan, who puts a firm challenge in. The ball's loose in the midfield area. Lucy and Amado both go in for it. Amado comes away with the ball. Charges forward now. Tries to slide it into Thompson. Here's Fitzmartin. Wants to work it onto his right foot. He does. Blocked by Spittle. And Spittle goes down. He was looking for that, in truth, but he got it.
I think that's when they call the buying the foul from the referee. Just shout and hit the deck, and did exactly that. And a much needed foul when a dangerous attack from the Coles.
It's not pretty, but it was effective. Free kick goes Marine's way. We're about 90 seconds into added time. Again, we're not sure how long has been added on. We guess maybe 4 minutes. Can't remember too many stoppages. It's Gaz Pete with his back to goal on the halfway line. Amado plays it down the line. Thompson tries to return it to Fitzmartin, who'd made the run forward. Solomon Davis heads away now. Lenehan in the midfield. There's Solomon Davis again. Final touch off of Adam Hoare, and it will be a throw-in for Marine.
Yeah, just feeling his right calf there. Solomon Davis to pick up a knot 5-10 minutes earlier. Just hope he sees it out until full time.
I think it will be a booking here for Solomon Davis. But took his time over that throw-in. Didn't want to take it, left it in the end for Lucy. A free kick will go Marine's way this time, I think. Not too many of them making their way forward. I'm not sure who picked up the booking for Atherton there. It might have been Amado. In fact, I think it was for number 3. So confirmation of a couple of bookings there. One for Solomon Davis for time wasting and one for Amado. That challenges Marine look to play their way forward. On the right wing now. I don't think they'll be sending this one into the penalty area, but here is Britton. Can he hold off a couple of challenges, head towards the corner flag? That's exactly where he's gone. Surrounded straight away. Throw in. Goes Marine's way. Down by the corner flag. Eats up a few more seconds. We've played 3.5 minutes of added time. Can't imagine too much longer. Throwing into Britton. Lucas Weir unable to retain possession. Free kick goes Atherton Collieries' way inside the penalty area. Chapman with a long ball forward. Rooney flicks it on. Away from Bunny, but Hoare can pick it up again. Rooney cleared away by Barragan. Lucas Weir now controls and falls over. Not sure what he tripped over there, but just lost his footing. 4 minutes played of added time now. The ball at the back with DeFreitas Hansen. They've got to get it forward, Atherton Collieries. Not got long left, and there is the referee's full-time whistle. The first half goal from Louis Britton is the difference here at the Schooner Stadium as we finish Atherton Collieries 0, Marine 1. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you for the next one.